The feedback, I know that when we do a loan now, we do generate an actual statistically driven strengths and weaknesses profile, which you're welcome to. The pricing is far more accurate. We're not pricing to an average anymore. We're going to get better and better. We have 8 different price breaks now for small business owners. We used to have 1. So if you came in and wanted a $250,000 line of credit, this was your price. Now there are 8 different options. And decrease in paperwork. We're asking for fewer and fewer data points, and only things that really matter to drive the decision. But again, the impact, I think, is to reinforce your role going into the period of time when everyone is after the mind of the client, because everything else becomes a commodity in the background. Your role as that advisor and quarterback is the most critical one, to the keeper of the experience, the trusted advisor, having access to every service that's out there, not just the ones that people have come and told you about. You'll have perfect information to deliver to your clients. And again, the clients can have perfect information as well, but the biggest difference is when you have someone you trust, you can screen the noise for them. And that becomes a game that you play, which is, okay, I trust you, I have a business to run, I trust you to screen it all out because I understand that you have all this information, access to all these resources. Then ignoring traditional lines and definitions, I think we're going to be in each other's business. I don't think we're going to be able to get to the point that we have the same level of credibility with clients, so we have to figure out a way to get closer to your community so that the products and services and the risk, if we can help you manage risk, help your business owners manage risk, then we'll do that, and I think your business is going to be redefined as well. So with that, any questions?
Being an accountant and deals with small businesses, one of the big issues always comes up is mortgage.
Yeah.
Both in their personal residence and their business assets. And through the last 30 or so years I've been practicing, business has changed tremendously. Years ago, you would go into sit in a fine line where they were going to loan the same product with a 2-year charge your points and just the standard benefit that you loan for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, you open up your computer and you go thousands of lenders throughout the single internet site get your loan price.
Right.
And so clients now are much more sophisticated. And the banks are kind of in the middle here.
Mm-hmm. You bet.
I suspect that they're losing lots of market share. Even mortgage brokers are slowly disappearing in some way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Your point to me is the jugular issue for our industry anyway, in that when we looked at defining our industry, we defined our industry by being an intermediary of risk, right? We manage the risk management and we manage the information. So we really manage the customer. We have the relationship and the product. What we're being forced to do is decide what we're going to do, because being both, I don't think, is probably a reasonable proposition anymore, because you have people with better information that are acting as these engines or intelligent agents, and it's people like you, it's people like eLoan on a product. So eLoan's a product, but that part we have to decide that we're not going to be that. So you have to almost step back and say, then I have to decide on a product by product basis that I'm going to be the best, so I can deliver that product. And that means we're competing against people right now on a product by product basis that have a cost structure 25 to 50% lower than ours, because they don't have branches and everything else, so they can pass that through in the form of price. And it is incredibly challenging. Several years ago, we had a small business manager, right? Wells Fargo had a person that managed small business for the bank. Now, we have to have, and it's happening faster, but we have to have people that are managers of every element of small business, so that they're focused on making that product the most competitive against the non-bank players. And you hit the nail on the head. And that is really the challenge. I think the advantage for the CPA community is that because the position that you hold, and with the laws that are changing in terms of referral fees, you can begin to bundle the relationships for your clients and find premium pricing. Because I think that's a long time ago, bundling just came apart because the products got better. As the products get better now again, if Wells Fargo can offer all the products, even from, that's why it looks like a big pickpocket. If we were offering everyone's products, then if you were dealing with us, you'd say, okay, my client wants this, this, and this. What's the pricing going to look like on all three? Otherwise, we'll just take the one. And I mean, that's why, again, the challenges are just awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like then that the Amex model is a model that, rightly or wrongly, is one that it seems to be where the marketplace is heading.
Well, I think right now, because they were one of the first, they were a first mover to begin to buying the share, and that's essentially what I'll just call it, because they're going after accounting firms, as you all know. I mean, they want one thing: they want the clients, and they want access to the client's wallet. They're trying to buy the credibility so they can feed all the assets to their IDS business and the business credit to the American Express business credit, and all the interchange fees that go along with it. So, I mean, they're an example of someone that's going to do that. I mean, I wish I knew all the business models that were going to come along. I think Microsoft is pretty scary because they can do it without acquisitions. They tried to buy Intuit. If Intuit had happened, given the cash line, if you go to the Intuit site today, quicken.com, it's pretty neat. It's compelling. They're offering lots of products, and that could have been Microsoft. Probably will be Microsoft. Would have happened faster had they bought Quicken. So I think that's another business model that's probably going on.
So second, along those lines, from Wells Fargo's perspective,
Yeah.
what is are there programs or things that Wells Fargo is going to specifically come to CPAs with to create the so-called experience? I mean, it sounds like you've got the products, we theoretically have the experience potential to be able to create the experience. So how does Wells Fargo get involved for us in making those two meet?
I wish I had the answer standing up here today. It's been really sort of a game of catch up to this point and realizing who we are, because I think for a long time we were in denial. We thought, well, the clients are going to deal with you, and they're going to find their way to us. And more and more, as the information gets better, it's going to force our hand to decide to build the programs.
So,
yeah, exactly. To find ways to add value to you so that we can share clients.
right.
Because the clients will know if the pricing is no good.
The change in law, the law regarding commissions, everybody's kind of putting the tipping toes into
Right.
it now. It's also a year, too, it's a year 1999 problem. Let's go on.
Yeah.
We as CPAs are being contacted by insurance companies, we're being contacted by investment advisors, all kinds of pension folks, all kinds of folks coming to us with all kinds of proposals regarding, they call it commissions. In reality, it's referral. I think these are referrals,
Right.
which are illegal under the law, but that's technically my.
That's my ignorance, but I think we're talking about the same thing.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I haven't had anyone from the banks come to me
Yeah.
and say, hey guys, we do this, and this, and we will do this, because generally we do spend a lot of time on those kinds of banking relationships.
Yeah.
Probably more than we spend on insurance relationships or the investment advising relationships. We spend a lot of time on the finance relationships. Banks seem to be slow moving into that marketplace.
Yep. We are fairly slow about everything in reality. If you look at the brokerage industry, the insurance industry, I mean, they get it. Citigroup, at least when they made the announcement, they talked about what they were trying to be. It was to move forward. I think, like I was talking about being slow and finally coming to the realization. I think we just still believe that we're in control on our clients. We have all this information, and we'll be there. We'll figure out a way to play. It's the real challenge that we want to get to is we've never wanted to buy business. So The issue is figuring out how to work